Archangel Michael says, the weight of silence is about to shatter. What was buried in whispers, hidden in shadows, and concealed in closed rooms is rising with an unstoppable force. These revelations will not just arrive, they will strike like fire, burning bridges, silencing entire gatherings, and etching shock onto every face that dares to witness the truth. The air is heavy with anticipation. Every unspoken word, every guarded secret, every false smile exchanged at dinners and reunions is about to collapse under the weight of exposure. The moment approaches when no one can hide behind titles, wealth, or carefully constructed masks. The sound of truth does not arrive gently. It storms into the heart, leaving trembling hands and voices that struggle to explain the unexplainable. It forces people to confront the raw edge of reality they once denied, and its echo will ripple through families, friendships, and communities. What you are about to uncover has been long protected, locked behind veils of secrecy and fear. But once the curtain lifts, no one can pull it back down. The revelations will stand in plain sight, demanding acknowledgement, demanding consequence. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, many thought their actions would remain invisible. They believed lies stitched together with silence would survive eternity. But truth has a way of clawing its way out of the deepest pits, tearing open the very walls built to cage it. Some will deny, some will beg for forgiveness, and some will attempt to flee from what is rising. But destiny allows no escape once revelation has begun. Every step they took in the dark is being traced, every hidden conversation pulled into the light. You must be prepared, because this truth will not only reshape the way you see others, it will reshape the way they see themselves. Those who once walked tall will crumble, and those who were silenced will finally breathe. Entire gatherings will fall quiet, unable to speak, unable to pretend, unable to carry the weight of the uncovered. In this moment, it will not be rage that speaks the loudest, it will be silence. A silence filled with broken trust, a silence filled with disbelief, a silence that feels heavier than screams. This silence will be the beginning of an irreversible transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, the storm of truth has already been set in motion. The cracks have begun to show in the foundations people thought were unshakable. No force of denial, no wall of deception, no voice of protest can silence what is now rising. You will soon witness people's faces change in an instant. Laughter will be cut short, conversations will collapse into uneasy pauses, and the energy of entire rooms will shift as if lightning has passed through. The truth will arrive like a shadow that no one can outrun. There are secrets that were meant to remain hidden forever. They were guarded with fear, buried under shame, and disguised as harmless stories. But now, the veil has torn, and the exposure will rewrite everything you thought you knew. This revelation is not just about others, it touches you too. It reshapes your destiny, reorders your connections, and removes illusions you did not even realize were weighing you down. The chains of falsehood are breaking, and with them, paths are clearing for your rise. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Archangel Michael says, the faces of those around you will no longer look the same. Behind every smile will be revealed motives, behind every friendly word will appear the shadow of truth. This unveiling will be the great separator, between those who stood with you in purity and those who schemed against you in silence. There will be gatherings where words will die in throats. Eyes will drop, voices will crack, and hands will fidget as the weight of truth hangs above them like fire ready to fall. No one will leave untouched, for exposure does not choose, it consumes everything. Do not fear the shock, for it is the cleansing of your path. Every lie torn away is a stone removed from the road blocking your progress. Every mask pulled down is a revelation of who truly deserves to walk beside you. The silence of these moments will not be empty, it will be powerful. It will speak louder than accusations, louder than judgments, louder than any defense. That silence will be the evidence no one can escape. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The bridges that burn will not be accidents. They are connections that were never meant to last, ties built on deception, alliances formed on fragile lies. When the fire of revelation spreads, it will destroy only what was never pure to begin with. And you, chosen one, will stand on the other side of that fire. Untouched, unbroken, renewed. The very truth that silences others will become your liberation. Their downfall will become your rise, for nothing hidden against you can survive exposure. Shock will carve itself into their faces. It will etch itself into the air, into every whispered conversation, into every memory of what once seemed unshakable. That shock will be your proof that destiny has shifted. And once the revelation begins, there is no stopping it. It will not come in fragments, it will flood like a wave, washing away pretense, carrying the hidden into the open, and leaving only truth standing. This wave will not destroy you, it will set you free. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The silence before the storm has already begun. People feel it in their bones though they refuse to admit it. A trembling energy spreads through conversations, through gatherings, through every room where secrets were once kept safe. Soon, a single word will be enough to collapse years of pretense. A single revelation will feel like thunder echoing through every wall. No one will be able to pretend anymore, because the truth does not knock, it bursts in. The faces you once trusted will turn pale. The voices that once spoke loudly will falter. And the gatherings that once filled with laughter will sink into silence heavy as stone. This is not just exposure, it is destiny's cleansing fire. It burns away the false, clears away the shadows, and leaves only what is meant to remain. Do not mistake the destruction for loss, it is the making of your freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, the bridges that burn are bridges that would have betrayed you later. Their destruction is your shield, their collapse is your protection. Better for them to turn to ashes now than to hold you hostage tomorrow. The rooms that fall into silence will not stay silent forever. Whispers will turn into stories, stories into truths, and truths into your vindication. Those who once doubted you will be forced to see clearly, unable to deny what has surfaced. This revelation carries weight. It does not arrive as gossip, it does not spread as rumor. It arrives as undeniable fact, standing like a mountain, unshakable and immovable. And when it arrives, you will feel both the sting and the relief. The sting of betrayal uncovered, and the relief of no longer being chained to shadows. The balance of your life will shift in that very moment. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The silence in gatherings will be louder than screams. It will choke the air, making every heartbeat echo, making every glance feel like a confession. No one will dare to meet your eyes, for your presence will be the mirror reflecting their hidden truths. Some will tremble, some will retreat, some will vanish entirely. But you will remain, stronger than ever, standing in the center of revelations like a flame untouchable by smoke. Your spirit will rise while theirs falters. The shock that etches itself into faces will never fade. It will be remembered long after words are forgotten, long after excuses are made. That shock will live as proof that destiny has revealed itself. And though the bridges fall, new roads open. Though the silence feels heavy, it clears the noise. Though shock feels sharp, it awakens you into clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Archangel Michael says, the curtain is lifting faster than anyone can control. Every carefully hidden detail, every locked conversation, every unspoken truth is falling into the open. Those who believed they could escape exposure are now standing at the edge of an unstoppable wave. The wave does not ask permission. It rises without warning, it strikes without hesitation, and it leaves behind a silence more terrifying than chaos. In that silence, every heart will pound with the knowledge of what has been revealed. Entire gatherings will feel the tremor. Rooms once filled with laughter will freeze mid-sentence. And the very air will grow heavy as people realize the truths they never thought would see daylight have arrived. This is not the end of you, it is the rebirth of you. What they thought would destroy you has instead become the foundation for your rise. The very weight of these revelations will push you forward, while others stumble in their own undoing. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The bridges that fall apart were already poisoned. They carried whispers instead of loyalty, shadows instead of light, and betrayal instead of truth. Their destruction is not your loss, it is your deliverance. Every silence in the rooms will be your victory. It will be the sound of lies choking themselves, unable to speak, unable to defend, unable to twist truth anymore. That silence will echo louder than any accusation ever could. Some will beg, some will kneel, some will desperately try to rebuild burned bridges. But destiny does not allow false connections to stand once they have been cut. What is gone forever, and what remains is pure. Archangel Michael says, this exposure is your shield. It protects you from what was building against you in secret. It clears your path, even if that path feels lonely at first. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Shock will not just appear, it will carve itself into faces like stone. It will freeze them where they stand, unable to speak, unable to deny. The truth will not just reveal, it will sear, leaving marks that can never be erased. The gatherings that once ignored you will now whisper about you. Not with pity, but with awe, because they will see how you stood untouched while others fell apart. You will be the one standing strong while their foundations crumble. Do not fear the breaking, for the breaking is the beginning of your building. Do not fear the silence, for silence is the stage where truth performs its loudest song. Do not fear the shock, for shock is proof that destiny has spoken. From this moment forward, nothing will be the same. You will walk into places once heavy with lies and see them collapse before your eyes. And the only thing that remains standing is you, chosen, protected, unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The whispers are turning into thunder. Every small detail once ignored is now piecing itself together into a revelation that no one can escape. The moment is coming when all masks will fall, and the truth will demand to be seen. The fire of exposure burns without mercy. It does not stop for titles, wealth, or influence. It reduces falsehood to ash and clears the way for clarity. You must understand, this is not a warning, it is a prophecy unfolding. The bridges that are about to burn were never meant to carry you across safely. They were fragile, already cracking beneath your feet, waiting for the weight of truth to break them. When they collapse, you will feel the tremor, but you will not fall. Instead, you will find new ground rising beneath you, strong and unshakable. This new foundation is built on honesty, purity, and destiny's hand. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, silence is a weapon sharper than any sword. And soon, it will cut through the gatherings you once knew. People will not know what to say, because their very words will betray them. Every eye will shift, every voice will stammer, and the atmosphere will thicken with the weight of truth. It will not need explanation, it will be written on faces, painted in reactions, carved in expressions of shock. The silence will expose everything words cannot. There is no going back once revelation begins. Those who lied will no longer find hiding places. Those who betrayed will no longer find excuses. But you will no longer find chains. Your spirit will feel lighter, your steps clearer, your heart freer. For while others collapse under truth, you will rise through it. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Shock will be the sound of destiny striking. It will ripple through families, through friendships, through connections that thought they were untouchable. Every layer of illusion will be peeled away, and the rawness beneath will show itself. The bridges burning will glow in the distance. They will light your path not with destruction, but with direction. You will see more clearly than ever who was meant to walk with you and who was never worthy. Entire circles will scatter like leaves in the wind. No amount of pretending will hold them together again. And while others tremble in loss, you will stand in power. Archangel Michael says, this revelation is not your enemy, it is your inheritance. It comes not to harm you, but to honor you. It comes not to destroy you, but to elevate you. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The silence that falls in these moments will echo for years. People will remember the way rooms froze, the way voices cracked, the way truths hit harder than thunder. It will remain as a scar in memory, a mark no one can erase. Yet for you, that silence will be peace. The noise of deception will be gone. The weight of carrying questions will be lifted. You will breathe in freedom where others breathe in fear. You will walk with calm while others stumble in panic. For the truth that silences them is the same truth that liberates you. Shock will pass, but clarity will remain. Bridges will burn, but your path will open. Gatherings will break, but your strength will stand unshaken. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The fire of destiny is already flickering in the unseen corners. What once felt secure, what once seemed untouchable, is now trembling under the pressure of what is about to unfold. No one can stop it, no hand can cover it, no voice can silence it. The bridges that burn will leave behind sparks that light your new path. They will remind you that not every connection was meant to last, and not every face was truly for you. The collapse of falsehood is not your loss, it is your blessing. Rooms will turn still as though time itself has frozen. People will try to swallow words that no longer serve them, but the weight of truth will choke their silence. In their stillness, you will finally see clearly who has been real and who has only been playing a role. And when the faces freeze in shock, you will recognize your freedom. Every stare that cannot meet your eyes will be proof that destiny has shifted in your favor. Every silence will become your loudest vindication. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, "Do not mistake their fear for your weakness. They tremble because they know the truth has already chosen sides. It has chosen you. The revelations do not come to destroy you, they come to crown you. They do not come to harm you, they come to separate you from harm. They arrive not as punishment, but as the highest form of protection. For too long, shadows have wrapped themselves around your path. They whispered lies, sowed confusion, and tried to make you question yourself. But the light of exposure is ripping those shadows away forever. This light is not gentle, it is fierce. It does not ask softly, it demands loudly. And once it shines, there is no corner dark enough to hide in." Type Amen to get blessing 222. The gatherings that collapse into silence will never return to what they once were. The laughter that once felt hollow will never ring again. The masks will not fit anymore once they have been ripped away. Some will leave forever, unable to look at you without shame. Some will stay but never speak, carrying the guilt of their exposure like a stone in their chest. And some will crumble entirely, because truth has shattered the foundation they stood on. You, however, will not crumble. You will walk through the ashes of burned bridges with dignity. You will stand tall in the silence that makes others tremble. And when shock carves itself into their faces, you will know it was never meant to harm you. It was meant to reveal who you are, and who they are. It was meant to elevate you above everything false that once tried to hold you down. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Shock spreads like wildfire, reaching places you never expected. It travels through families, through circles of friends, through strangers who only heard pieces of the truth. And in every space it touches, it rewrites the story. What was once hidden becomes the only thing anyone can see. What was once denied becomes undeniable. And what was once twisted becomes straightened by the force of destiny itself. This shock will not just silence others, it will empower you. It will place you in a position where eyes that once looked down on you now look up in disbelief. It will give you the strength of knowing that nothing hidden against you can ever survive the light. Archangel Michael says, "Stand still in your strength. Do not chase what is burning. Do not cling to what is silenced. Let the fire do its work, let the silence echo, and let the shock carve the truth into every heart." Type Amen to get blessing 555. The silence before the breaking is always the heaviest. It presses against the chest, making every breath feel sharp, making every heartbeat echo louder than usual. It is the silence of waiting, the silence of truth drawing near, the silence before the room itself shifts. You can already feel it in the atmosphere. The way conversations stumble without reason, the way eyes glance away too quickly, the way energy grows tense when certain names are spoken. This is the universe preparing you for the moment when all will be revealed. The bridges that collapse will not be mistakes. They are weak ties built on deception, fragile walls held together by pretenses that can no longer stand. When they burn, they will blaze so bright that even those who tried to deny the truth will not be able to look away. The gatherings that fall into silence will become unforgettable. People will replay them in their minds for years, remembering the moment when words failed, when secrets were no longer safe, when the truth cut through the air like lightning. This silence will not fade, it will echo. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Archangel Michael says, shock is the handwriting of destiny. It writes itself across faces, across hearts, across entire communities. And once written, no hand can erase it. Those who thought they could outrun truth will stumble. Those who thought they could control the story will lose their grip. And those who mocked what was hidden will be silenced by what they now witness. The weight of this moment cannot be underestimated. It is more than exposure, it is a cleansing. It is more than revelation, it is renewal. And though the fire may feel fierce, it does not consume you. You are not the one being destroyed, you are the one being delivered. The flames burn only what was false. Type Amen to get blessing 333. When the shock spreads, it will move like a wave. One person's silence will ripple to another, until entire rooms fall quiet. One person's pale face will spark recognition in another, until every mask collapses at once. This is how truth works. It does not reveal itself in fragments, it floods all at once, leaving no space untouched. It demands attention, it forces acknowledgement, it rewrites the narrative. Do not fear when the bridges burn, you are not meant to stand on them. Do not grieve when the silence falls, it is proof that deception has died. Do not tremble when shock fills the air, it is the sound of destiny defending you. Archangel Michael says, you are shielded even as others fall. You are lifted even as others stumble. You are strengthened even as others collapse under the weight of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The revelations that surface will not only expose others, they will transform you. You will no longer see people the same way. You will no longer carry questions that once weighed heavy on your heart. Every lie destroyed will feel like a stone lifted from your shoulders. Every mask removed will feel like a curtain pulled from your path. Every silence will become an opening for you to step forward without fear. The shock they feel will be the clarity you receive. The silence they carry will be the freedom you embrace. The bridges they lose will be the paths that open only for you. This is not chaos, it is order returning. It is not punishment, it is justice. It is not the end, it is the beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The hour of unveiling moves closer with every passing breath. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of now. The truths that once lived in shadows are clawing their way into the open, and no wall of denial is strong enough to hold them back. The air grows heavier as the moment approaches. It is the kind of heaviness that fills a room before a storm breaks, the kind of stillness that warns everyone something powerful is about to happen. Those who sense it already feel the trembling in their bones, though they try to hide it behind false calm. The bridges that burn will blaze with clarity. They will expose how fragile those ties really were, built not on love or loyalty but on fear and secrecy. The flames will consume them completely, and you will not need to look back. The gatherings that fall silent will carry more weight than any words could. The silence will be suffocating, heavy, undeniable, like truth itself standing in the middle of the room. No voice will dare rise against it, for the revelation will silence even the boldest of liars. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, shock will arrive like a sword. It will cut through illusions, sever false attachments, and pierce through the defenses of those who thought they could escape. It will strike fast, leaving marks on faces and hearts that will never fade. Those who lived in comfort of secrecy will find their comfort stripped away. Those who built their power on lies will watch it collapse in their hands. And those who tried to bury the truth will be crushed under its weight. This is the moment destiny has been preparing you for. It is not designed to weaken you, it is designed to clear the path for you. Where others see collapse, you will see liberation. For you, this is not the breaking of your life, it is the breaking of chains. Chains that kept you tied to falsehood, chains that bound you to people who never deserved your trust. Now those chains are shattering, piece by piece. Type Amen to get blessing 999. When the wave of revelation crashes, entire rooms will freeze. Every laugh will stop mid-sound, every hand will still, every glance will drop to the ground. The silence will scream louder than thunder. Some will try to speak, but their throats will close with fear. Some will attempt to deny, but their eyes will betray them. Some will flee altogether, unable to stand in the light of truth. But you will not tremble. You will not run. You will not break. Instead, you will rise in the silence. You will stand taller than ever before, while others shrink beneath the crushing weight of what has been exposed. The silence will not be your prison, it will be your stage. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Shock will ripple far beyond the walls where the first truth is spoken. It will spread into families, into friendships, into entire networks of people who thought themselves safe. It will move like fire carried by wind, consuming everything false in its path. No one will be able to contain it once it begins. It will flow too fast, too wide, too strong. It will reach places you never thought it could, revealing things you never imagined. But this is how destiny works, it leaves no stone unturned. It clears every shadow, it removes every disguise, it leaves only truth standing tall. And when the dust settles, you will see more clearly than you ever have before. Archangel Michael says, stand in your strength. Let the fire burn, let the silence echo, let the shock carve truth into every heart. For in the end, only what is real will remain with you. Type Amen to get blessing 444.